How you doing, everybody? This is Minister Paul out here in Northern California, servant of God. It's October 2nd. Wow. At 4:27 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I received some information from a friend of mine. You know, every once in a while he'll send me some stuff. He lives in FEMA Region 3. And I've got a lot of private messages too about people who actually, you know, not just third-party things, but people who live there and are seeing the things that are being reported. There's, you know, Rev. Michelle Hopkins, many people off the top of my head have been focused on this FEMA Region 3. And I got to thinking, you know, today, what if? What if? And just ponder this for a minute. What if that this planned shutdown, I'm already on the record stating that it was planned. So that's nothing new to anybody who may be listening, no matter who they are. What if the plan was to shut down the government despite, I mean, how do we really know how much money they have? I just uploaded a video of them, the military flying drones over my skies, and they're buzzing F-16s over my house. I mean, who's paying for that fuel? Is it just for a pilot? Ask yourself, is it just for a pilot to get his hours in? I would think that would be on hold. I even linked to an article. I'll show you here in case somebody else doesn't watch that video. I linked to an article over right here. I live near Beale. The impact it will have is $100,000 a day, and that almost 500 people were furloughed. So what, I'll go through this video quickly. What, and then I uploaded this that's flying last night. So I ask you, and it's right above their base, who's flying it if they're not? And more importantly, see this video? Just what in the world is flying in our nighttime sky? There's a link. There's the date and time and everything. Just what in the world is flying in our night skies? Okay, this is Beale, which is claiming in the local paper they laid off 500 people. Now, and this is just one Air Force base of many out here in California. This is actually a known spy base. So now, and that's not classified information. Everybody knows that. So now, what if the government, the elite, the powers that be, so to speak, planned this so they could bail out and go into them underground caves that we saw videos of in the Ozarks. Get on the Ark, you know, Ozark. I believe those tunnels and caves are really there. For them to, well, no matter where they went underground, I'm sure they have other bunkers we don't know about. What if the plan was for them to get to safety and then just hit like a major false flag of chemicals and biological weapons, and then just claim it was a terrorist attack? I mean, the timing is I referred to it as the perfect storm. I mean, because you can go to any military and they're down. Everything's down. Matter of fact, due to the lapse in federal funding, you can go to the White House. You don't have to. I'll go for you, because I'm not afraid of these people. Shut down. Doesn't matter where you go. What was the one I was at? TSA. They're all the same. Lapse in federal funding. So what if they just did this false flag in FEMA Region 3? Because it's a highly populated area in New York and those states. And also in California. And they knew it was coming, and they this is upticking. So they were going to get to safety. So anyway, that's the information I'm seeing, that in a certain city, all of the hotels are booked. They're booked solid with government officials. and I'm not going to reveal like my personal inbox, but something is about ready to go down there. So this friend sent me a link, and I've avoided this FEMA 3 issue because this ain't really a news channel, but I just put share what's on my heart and in my spirit. Well, here's a link from a news station in FEMA Region 3 in Pennsylvania. They're part of it. And I also have a friend that lives here, and he sent me this link on these mobile morgues that are being dispatched. And you go down to the bottom, some of the keywords says the mobile morgue can be used for daily operations, but it's designed to be taken to areas where there are at least a minimum of 10 fatalities. And then, so if you want to do some research on there, because there was a picture of it on here, you just do a search for these exact keywords, and you'll find there's multiple sources. One of them has a good, some pictures I'll show you. I think this is the one. This was released on September 30th, 2013. Let me find the one. I'm going to show you a couple pictures. So is it this one? Yeah, let me show you a couple pictures here. And anybody that's ever worked in any type of cooler will recognize that unit up there on the top. It's kind of creepy, actually. This is a mobile mass. And the information that I've got is that there's multiple makers of these mobile morgues. They're designed for massive fatalities. They don't just respond for one fatality, massive fatalities. And they are working in conjunction with FEMA and also with another agency that's private. So what if look, they can do biopsies and endoscopies. So these are all kind of headed into look at this. It's pretty creepy. I guess I'll just end with this. We see all these things, and we see all the stories, and I think this was it. The Worldwide Disaster Response Group in South Carolina. We see all these things happening, and we wonder, like, look at this. They're ready to go. I don't really know what else to say. It's actually kind of disturbing my spirit a little bit. I really honestly feel something is in the air. Mass fatality response equipment. It's almost like look at this. It says mass care support trailer. It's like everything's in place. I'm glad I clicked this. They can even eat while they plan their stuff. Everything is in place for them to do this, and all the government things are shut down. It's what I call the perfect storm. And I know a lot of people think that I'm being redundant and rehashing, but you know what? I'm just being the watchman I'm called to be and showing you things. Because there's a lot of drills that have been canceled. And what if, as I say again, what if they canceled, everything's shut down. They canceled these drills because they're going to plan the real thing. And they don't need to call it a drill anymore. You can't respond to none of their websites or anything because they're all down from the shutdown. It's a perfect storm. So they could just man up. This is my theory. They could just say, all right, look, we're under attack. That we would suffer major casualties. We could get hit by a meteor or a phony meteor, a satellite could be forced to fall out of the sky, chemical, biological warfare. This is kind of how you got to think ahead. It's like chess. And they staged this to happen, just like they've staged everything else, and they've staged this government shutdown, and they forced this Obamacare on us. And then they can just have this major strike. Could be anywhere, but I think it could be in FEMA Region 3. And that's where those mobile morgues are being dispatched to, and all the hotels are full there in certain cities. You can't even get a reservation. Like they're all set up and in place. And then they just say, you know what? We just got attacked by an Al-Qaeda operating out of or Hezbollah operating out of Iran or Syria, and then, peace and safety, boom, sudden strikes. We're back in action because people will rally around our government when we're under attack. But what if the attackers are truly our own government? It's a bold statement, but that's my theory. And then they would rally around, spend as much money as you want to protect us. And if you think I'm being crazy, look at 9/11. People just threw their freedoms and their rights in the trash and said, just protect us. Not me. I protect myself. And then and God, He will protect me. What better protector than Jesus Christ? Hope this somehow opens your eyes, because a lot of people I'm dealing with, on the streets, out in the public, in parks, and even in my own family, they're asleep at the wheel. It's our job to wake them up. Peace.